been a long road to get here, but we're down to the final Survivor race, round 5 of the Nutri-Grain Ironwoman series. We've got 9 competitors left. We've said goodbye to 11 of them. Let's take a look at the start list. Brown, Cooper, Hancock, Higginson, Massey, Miller, Northern, Raymond and Naomi Scott from Manly. They are our top 9. We've got one race to go. Board swim ski will lose 3 competitors after each leg. There'll be a final 3 on the ski. Jack, who do you like?
Well, when it gets big, Brielle Cooper generally goes to the front. We've seen it in the round so far, and with 2 wins, I'm going to take Brielle Cooper for this one.
Off and away. I like Harriet Brown to lock up the series right here, right now. Georgia Miller, she's run a long, long way down and managed to throw herself into the rip. Up and away. Miller on the bottom of the screen. Brielle Cooper in the center firing up. Tiani Massey there. She is off to an absolute flyer in the center, and she might be the least experienced girl in the field, but she's not hanging around and she's not letting reputations intimidate her. She has got off to an absolute cracker. Courtney Hancock's in second place.
Well, she's the junior and she is leading the way, showing these senior girls how it's done. She wants to spend as little time as possible in that shore break in the wave zone, and if she knows she can do that, she can get through. But held up a little bit was Massey there in the shore, and it's now Courtney Hancock who's out in front.
We just gave her a huge rap. She got smacked by one and went all the way back into, well, the rest of the field, and Courtney Hancock's gone to the front. She's looked like she's been in good form ever since she fell off the ski in the opening leg. So Hancock's got off to a flyer so far. Tian Raymond a long, long way down, looking a little bit lethargic there, like the first 2 races have caught up on her. But Brielle Cooper and Naomi Scott, they're into green water, and you can see how high the rating is from Brielle Cooper on the left-hand side at the top of the screen, but it's Courtney Hancock on the right-hand side, just following that line out. You can see the whitewater line heading out to sea there. She's going to run that all the way out to the back bank and hope it opens up when she gets there.
Well, Josh, you spoke there about Tian Raymond out the back door and being potentially a little bit or looking lethargic, and for Tian, she had to race all the rounds through qualifying. This is Tian's 6th Ironwoman race for the weekend, so of course she's going to be a little bit more tired than the other girls who are now only going into race 3.
Tiani Massey had to do the same thing, but I think she's working on adrenaline at the moment. The surf's big, she's racing her heroes, and Courtney Hancock is out in front of Brielle Cooper. So here we go, they're in the green water now, starting to settle into their rhythm, settle into their stroke, and Courtney Hancock's in the lead over Georgia Miller on the way home. Kirsty Higginson's there, Tian Raymond as well, Naomi Scott. There's a wave out the back. Will our leaders get this one in front though? Georgia Miller's pushing down and she won't get it. Will anyone get it from out the back? Oh, down comes Naomi Scott there. Courtney Hancock's on it as well. So these 2 girls, they'll catch up to Georgia Miller. Let's see if they can hold it through the gutter area, and it's a race in 3. Remembering we lose 3 girls after each leg. Georgia Miller's pushing across. Courtney Hancock's gone back to the lead. Naomi Scott's in 3rd place. A great opening paddle from all 3 girls.
Well, the girls out in front have almost ensured that they are not eliminated in the top 3, and Courtney Hancock is securing that position even more. A great run, great way to lift the rating and hold that run through to the beach, and Courtney Hancock has secured her place and position in leg 1 of Ironwoman Survivor.
She's done it all multiple times in the sport. Coolangatta Golds, Nutri-Grain Ironwoman Series, Australian title. Courtney Hancock is the queen of surf. It's been a lean few years for her, but is she bouncing back here and now? Harriet Brown tries to get down one as well to get back into this race. So a big paddle there from Harriet Brown. She knows she had to get down it, but will it start to teeter out? She has to put the power down again and get herself through here. A big claim there from Carly Northern. I don't know if she's claiming it or blowing up, because there was hands in the air and a big shout out from Northern there, so we'll have to see what that's about. But she is chasing our current leader, Courtney Hancock, on the Gold Coast, where she feels most comfortable, out in front. A big opening leg from her there. Remember, we're only taking 6 through to round 2, sorry. And for Tian Raymond, that's been a big comeback after a very slow start.
Well, Tian Raymond's back in the mix now. Georgia Miller goes through in 2. Naomi Scott is there in 3. As the rest come around, Josh, it looks like Brielle Cooper there in 4 too, and Tiani Massey is on the cut.
Yeah, 5 is Raymond, 6 is Higginson, and it is all over Red Rover for Harriet Brown. She will go out, so the current series leader gets a 7th place finish. Tiani Massey Courtney, after having an absolute crack, was impressive in 8th. That's her best result, her only result ever, and that is why Carleen Erthen was blowing up, because she knew she was gone just like that. Carleen Erthen finishes with 9th, and we're down to just 6. Courtney Hancock's in with the swim, which is arguably her best leg, and when you're leading with this much after one leg, you've got to say that she is the red-hot favourite to get it done, but with a massive ski leg still to come, it's anybody's race.
It certainly is, Josh. And with the waves on the way home, you can certainly pick up a body wave and pull back the leader very, very quickly if they don't manage to pick up anything at all. Courtney Hancock, our current leader, chasing her. I think that's Naomi Scott there from the Manly Club. And Georgia Miller from Newport very close as well. So two of the best swimmers in this field chasing Courtney Hancock down.
Oh, and that gap is closing. That gap is closing. Courtney Hancock, a former Australian surf race champion as well, but she hasn't been able to really hold off Naomi Scott at this point. There's still a lead, but it's half as big as it was going into this swim leg, so she'll be praying for a wave here. And we often talk about greatest of all time in the men's competition, but when you have a conversation about greatest of all time winner, Courtney Hancock has to be in there alongside the likes of, well, Carla Gilbert, Liz Plumers, and a couple of others. She's just done it all, hasn't she, Jack?
Well, she has, and there's plenty of other girls that will be pushing for that mantle as well, particularly some of these young guns into the future. And Naomi Scott is challenging the big guns, but a wave for Courtney Hancock is only going to extend that lead out in front.
Ask and you shall receive. Ask and you shall receive. Courtney Hancock needed a wave, got a wave, and opens the gap again. So it's all going right for Hancock here today. She had a great start out the back. A couple fall from the sky there, managed to body surf them. I don't know if that was Georgia Miller coming down that one alongside Naomi Scott, but Scott is off the back. Tian Raymond is only just turning the can now, and I don't know, she's going to need a wave to get back into this one here. She's building nicely into this race, but she's got a lot of work to do to catch up. After this leg, we're only taking 3 through, and at the moment, it looks like Courtney Hancock's a certainty. We're just looking for 2 more.
Well, Courtney Hancock secures her place in the top 3 as she runs up and around. She will not be eliminated, so 2 more to come through. And will it be Miller and Scott? They had the best of the swim leg, picked up a wave, but couldn't manage to hold it all the way across the bank and where it broke. So will someone pick up one from behind,
What
Josh?
about handler Naomi Flood there? Former series champion herself, former Australian champion, showing she's still got it. Coaches at Northcliffe, coaches Courtney Hancock, and she's giving her that encouragement, knowing that she is up and through. And this could be our 3. Naomi Scott in 2nd, Brielle Cooper in 3rd. And what about this? 2 young guns against the most experienced woman in the field. This is how it'll play out. We'll say goodbye to the other 3 girls. Miller, Higginson and Raymond will go home, and just like that, we have our podium. Georgia Miller, she might think she's still in it as they go up and around. I think it's all over Red Rover for Georgia Miller. It is. She is not happy. She'll finish with a 4th place today. It'll go a long way towards her overall point score, but not enough to get on the podium. Good to see Kirsty Higginson with a result. She is back, and Tian Raymond is out there, and, well, this is anybody's. Courtney Hancock, the most experienced in the field. Probably Brielle Cooper. She's done the least races, but she's looked the best so far. Naomi Scott, her ski's questionable after that 2nd race here. It really is anybody's race.
Well, the trickiest leg in the big conditions as Tian Raymond comes around to finish off her swim. It's her best result in Ironwoman racing ever. A 6th place for Tian Raymond is a fantastic effort. But Josh, the girls head out on the trickiest leg in big swell, particularly for them negotiating this break as Courtney Hancock goes up and over one. It's not only maintaining the ski and your craft on the way out, but also on the way home.
A balance of aggression and patience. That's what you need here. And we see, in the background, Naomi Scott. She comes through and then gets shot out the back. Courtney Hancock just stopped for a second. We know that she doesn't want to go too hard and ended up underneath one. That's the gap back to Naomi Scott in 2nd place. Where is Brielle Cooper? Where is Brielle Cooper? But at the moment, it looks like Courtney Hancock, she's through the bank. She's going to make her way across the gutter and out towards the back bank there, and that's where it can really cause havoc. You get through that back bank and you're safe for a little while.
Well, the shore break probably not as consistent there as what we have seen previously, so Courtney Hancock made very light work and good skills to be patient and get herself up over the top. Brielle Cooper has done the same, so this race is still very much on.
Oh, good experience there from Courtney Hancock to sit up. Like you said, she knows that it might be a little bit slower, but it's definitely safer to hold up, time it over the top of the waves, and she gave away a little bit of her gap, but as she goes up and over one now, she's just made sure that she's on top of the ski and not swimming alongside it. So it's Hancock from Scott, Brielle Cooper in the distance there on the striped ski, up and over another one, but it's just little white water, and that one smashes Naomi Scott, sends her backwards, and Brielle Cooper, just like that, goes into second place. Hancock goes up and over one. I think Brielle Cooper will just go over it as well, and Naomi Scott struggling to get the ski up and moving. Hancock up and over another one. Brielle Cooper's underneath it, and could this be the critical moment? Could this be the moment that round 5 is decided? Brielle Cooper's swimming, Naomi Scott's been belted, and Courtney Hancock is paddling in green water.
Well, that there is the difference between 15 or 20 metres. Courtney Hancock a little bit further out, snuck up and over the top of the set, and now Naomi Scott and Brielle Cooper are getting smashed on the back bank.
She waited, she saw an opportunity, she put the power down, and she may have won round 5. Naomi Scott's back swimming, Brielle Cooper's gone under a couple of them, and Courtney Hancock is out on her own. And it's been a few years for Hancock since she's won at the top level in terms of the Ironwoman series. She's been there and thereabouts her entire career. She's claimed series titles before, she's claimed Australian titles before, she's claimed Coolangatta gold titles before, but this one will be special, I guarantee it, on the Gold Coast in front of the crowd. But Jack, I think I've called it too early. It is not over yet. She's got to get home.
Well, the rating's gone up. She knows now she's extending her gap, and we saw her as she turned the first can take a little look back. She'll know now that the girls are getting hit, and they're not as close as they were before through the break. So Courtney Hancock has opened up her gap, but certainly this race isn't over.
She showed the temperament of a champion on the way out. She took it patience, she waited, and she got the job done. She'll need that same temperament on the way home. She can't pick the wrong wave, and it's all up to her at this point. Brielle Cooper trying to hang on for a second place. What a summer she's had so far. She could jump over the top and take this one if Courtney Hancock goes sideways. I don't know, but here we go. Hancock's around. The waves start to come. She starts to put the power down now. There's a little lump there. It's not huge, but she just cruises off the side of it there. Thinks better of it and thinks she sees something out the back that's possibly more manageable there. Good move by Courtney Hancock. She starts to lay the power down again, but constantly looking around, and it's just very tough to pick the right wave at the moment.
Well, the final challenge is now presented to Courtney Hancock. Can she stay straight? Can she hold a wave back to the beach? And if she can, she will take round 5 of the Ironwoman series.
Brielle Cooper, Naomi Scott battling it out for second place. Courtney Hancock's got a wave here, and it's a little one. It's a nice one. It could be enough. It'll just fill up for her. She's just got to negotiate the inside break, and then Courtney Hancock will be back where she belongs on top of the podium. The Queen of Surf Sports is back to take her crown. What a performance today from Courtney Hancock. She's rode that home like an absolute champion that she is. Big performance from Courtney Hancock here. Many would have written her off, but she's proved that her career is far from over in round 5 of the Nutri-Grain Ironwoman series. And let's have a look at the battle for second place here. Stroke for stroke around the can there. Brielle Cooper pretty much stops, gives a little look across to Naomi Scott, knows she's in a battle for second place here. I think these two have all but given up on taking the round 5 crown. Scott goes away. Courtney Hancock cruises up the beach, and this will be a big win that'll throw, well, a spanner in the works in the overall point score, and it'll be a day to remember for Courtney Hancock. She's got enough room, enough time to walk up the beach. A dominant victory. She did it the hard way, and she's back where she belongs. Courtney Hancock, multiple series winner, multiple Australian champion, multiple Coolangatta gold titles, and wins another Ocean 6 race right here. The girls love it there. Hugs all round down on the beach. A couple of high fives, and she will come up through the podium. Our round 5 Nutri-Grain Ironwoman Series champion, Courtney Hancock, crosses the line. She survives the survival format.
Well, a huge result. Well done, Courtney Hancock. You are the champion for race and round 5. But this one isn't over. Second and third still coming in. Brielle Cooper versus Naomi Scott.
The old dogs have still got a few tricks up their sleeves, and the young pups are chasing very hard for second place. They both come down a wave, and it looks like it might end up a sprint up the beach here. Brielle Cooper just a little bit closer. You can see her. She applies the left pedal and heads up the beach. Naomi Scott, too much left pedal and goes sideways. So that could be all she wrote for Naomi Scott. She tried to do the same as Brielle Cooper, couldn't get it done. Goes a little bit across. Now she's trying to paddle up the inside. A big performance to come back over the top for Naomi Scott, but I think she's just opened the door for Brielle Cooper. She's got 2 wins. She's now got a second place as well, and this could be it for Brielle Cooper to put her right up in the running for the overall title. Naomi Scott chases hard, and she'll stand on the podium. First place, Courtney Hancock. Second place, Brielle Cooper. Naomi Scott and Manly finishes in third, and that is our round 5 podium. Taking a look at the overall Nutri-Grain Ironwoman Series results for round 5. Hancock on top, a familiar sight for those who've been in the sport for a long time. Big result there. Cooper and Scott in second and third. We head further down the page to Outram and Dunn. Let's hear from Hancock.
Here we are, Kellogg's Nutri-Grain, round 5 winner, Courtney Hancock. Congratulations.
Oh, thank you so much. It's very surreal standing here right now, and to do it here at Surfers Paradise Beach, I couldn't ask for anything more. It was yeah, absolutely amazing.
It's a very tough format as well. If we go back to round 1, it seemed like a long time ago, like losing your ski, you had to do it the hard way.
I did, yeah. I was out in second in the first ski, had a good start, was feeling really relaxed, and this, yeah, I just kind of misjudged it actually. A wave came up behind me, and I actually lost it at the board can. I kind of just thought, okay, I'll ditch the paddle, ditch the ski, and I swam in, and had to really push in that first race. But now that I look back at it, you know, I probably got the fire in the belly. I think I made that mistake. I learnt from it. Was managed to relax a bit more in the second one, and then yeah, the racing really started once you get to that top 9.
Yeah, it was a game of survival as well. Obviously, round 1, round 2, round 3, and then the final 3 in that last ski leg. What was going through your mind coming home in the ski?
Yeah, well, I think from the beginning, you know, it was you drop out 3 in each leg, but kind of said to myself, you know, just get out in first. This is, you know, just treat it as an Ironwoman. Forget about people knocking out. So, you know, when I hit that last ski, you know, usually you get a little bit nervous, but I kind of said to myself, look, just take each wave as it comes. So I kept doing, I was like, you're never going to be safe till you're in, and you've come in with the tape up. So I just kept going. I didn't even know how far I was behind. I had one little sneaky look at the third can. I didn't see anyone too close, so I just really took it easy. Not take it easy coming in, but I didn't take any of those waves I did in the first round, that's for sure.
Well, safely gets it done, and Courtney Hancock is back in the top 3. Harriet Brown remains on top in the overall point score, and Brielle Cooper is there lurking and looming with just 1 round to go. So it's a race in 2 for the overall series title. Hancock can't get there, but Brielle Cooper and Harriet Brown will battle it out in round 6.